Yo guys, it's up, Shatter here, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Right, let's get down to business. I think what I want to do, or at least I want to try, is I want to try to fill up this bad boy here with all the necessary things to partake in a planetary drop mission. If you know what I mean. Alright. For that, let's try docking procedure here. A bit awkward. I think we got it. There we go. Good. So, that is filling up with hydrogen, and at least it should. Oh. Interesting. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff that is not fully welded. Either not fully, oops, minus oxygen, not fully welded, but or or got damaged on my main ship apparently. Let me just check. One thing that I just saw that I know. Let's do. What do we have? The pressurization should be on. That's good. Closed door. The pressurization off. Let me go check. I saw that on the list was something called checkpoint turret. I think. I cannot imagine that I didn't complete that. This one. Interesting. Okay, so there's apparently a lot of things in my ship that I haven't quite welded completely yet. But they must all be functional. Well, not all of them. As you can see, there's still... Well, there's not much red. But yeah, apparently there's things in my ship that either got damaged, but I don't think so. Did I get... No, see, I didn't get any... what are they called? Scrap metal in my inventory. Because normally if you weld something that has taken damage, aka lost material, then you will get scrap metal in your inventory. So this thing wasn't damaged. I just didn't weld it completely, which almost is kind of worse in a way. But yeah. Alright, so let me see what we do today. So we'll have to put together kind of a load of items that we need to get to the planet. And with that, I mean we need some basic stuff, you know, that we need. So let's go in here real quick. We'll need a survival kit. We'll add that to the build planner. Then I think we need a... I'm not sure if it's going to work on this planet, but I will try. A turbine. Then solar panels, at least 2, rather 4 if possible. We'll also need a control station, or at least I like to have one. And a battery at minimum is required. All large grid, which is good. Okay. So let's just start taking this stuff to our ship into this cargo container. Let's see how much we can put in there. I have the feeling we're gonna be a little bit low on space, so we might have to install another cargo container. Speaking of which, we'll also need a cargo container when we land. That's like the minimum, right? So yeah, we'll also probably just load some ice into our generator just so we have it. You know, I don't think that's a negative, so let's just put that in there as soon as we're finished with all of this. But yeah, and then we might just go and have ourselves a landing on the planet over there. but also I might, just a thought, I might also add a parachute to my thingy, just as a, like an emergency. Well, where would I put it though? Ah, it doesn't fit. Parachute doesn't fit. This is not a like a an emergency drop pod that needs to get to the freaking ground with a parachute. This is a fully functioning ship. Doesn't need a parachute, right? Somehow I have a feeling this is definitely not gonna be enough volume in here, but we'll see. Although so far we have like the basic stuff that we need. Although now we need to put in a bunch of batteries, so that's gonna take off some space. 80 batteries, right? What is on the... Are we finished on the build planet? Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. So, now, small cargo container. Let's add that. Let's go through here and see what else we desperately need down there. I mean, since I don't know how good the air is going to be down there, a H2O generator, an oxygen tank, a hydrogen tank, and maybe 2 oxygen farms wouldn't be too terrible to have. So let's put that in there as well. Basically, as long as we have space, we put stuff in here. Then I'll need a ton of steel plates, and then some other basic components that we'll need, you know, for well, the thing is with conveyors is that they're useful, but they're not necessarily needed. Well, unless you well, with exception of the conveyor between the generator, the oxygen hydrogen generator, and the tanks, that of course needs to be and between technically the survival constructor, that needs to be done as well. So yeah, okay. This is gonna fill up this cargo container in a second here. Almost freaking full. More tubes. The question is, can we fit another cargo container on here? And the answer is probably no. We could technically put one here. So, might be able to put another one on there then. So that might be an addition that we put in. Another cargo container, because this one we're at 13.5 out of 15 something, I think. And yeah, we're almost full, and I still want to put a few other things in technically. Well, when I say other things, I mean all the bonus material, so we can actually build a structure, you know. Speaking of material, let's just kick production up a bit here of different basic material. There we go. That's like the most basic of material productions we need. All right, yeah, okay. So let's make another small cargo container. Add that to the build planner. Shit. There we go. So we can put that on the ship. Apparently we have all components that we need, so let's put that bad boy on here. Cool. Another cargo container. Well, that's gonna help. Is there anything else we need? We don't need a reactor necessarily, or at least not at the beginning. We could, now that we have a little bit more space, we obviously could try and go for like the advanced refineries and stuff, or the, well, they call basic refineries, you know what I mean. But I don't know. They will take up a lot of space as well. I mean, a beacon might... Oh yeah, okay, actually, an ore detector and a... beacon. That is certainly not a bad idea. And other than that, I mean... There's a basic assembler. That's also not a bad thing to have. Let's see if we can add these 3 things. And see how full our cargo container gets. But that still had space in here. That's neat. And then I think I just want to have like 1,000 of each. Or at least like, well, maybe 1,000 is a little bit much, but like 300 of each of the most important materials in there, you know? So we can do some basic conveyor belts, or not conveyor belts, that's the wrong game I'm thinking of. Basic conveyor systems and basic platform building. Yeah, stuff like that, you know? I think that's gonna be an important thing as well, and we need to be able to put that in. For sure. Right. That's not bad. How much else do we need? We still are on the basic assembler. Good. There a... hold on. Is there a basic refinery? I'm not even sure now. Oh yeah, there is. Let's actually put that in here. So we can basically put the survival constructor and then the basic refinery and basic constructor. That would be a pretty sweet start. Because when you normally start the game, you're only able to do the survival constructor, and that thing is just slow as hell. But it also means we'll have to watch our energy output a little bit more. Okay, we have everything in. Meaning, let's put 1 full inventory of plates in there. Well, hold on. I'm an idiot, because now, since we're connected, we can just... let's see, steel plates... where is our main inventory? There it is. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, let's put 1,000 of those in here. Let's put, let's do 600 of those. 600. 600. And another 600. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. We'll do some shifting around. Let's do 400 of these each. Maybe that's gonna work. 420. Yeah. 399. There we go. That's better. Anything else? I mean, we can put some. Let's put also some. I don't know, 100 computers on. Fill the rest with displays or something. I don't know. There. That's a good loadout, I feel. Okay, let's go through that mental checklist again. So we have the survival constructor. Or let's start at a different point. It makes more sense. We do have a solar. We have 4 solar panels that give us guaranteed energy. Then we have 1 turbine, which might give us a little bit of energy. Not sure on the atmosphere in this bad boy. If it's the Petrum planet, it will have atmosphere. If it's the Mars-like, I don't think it does. So turbine might not work too well. So we have energy. Then with energy we can support our survival constructor, which gives us energy and health and a respawn point. Oh, check. That's good. We also have a battery which can save up energy, so that's good as well. We also have a basic set of constructor and refinery for on-site refining and producing of components. We do have a cargo container for convenient storage. We have a generator for hydrogen and oxygen. We have oxygen farms. And oxygen and hydrogen tanks. I think we have everything, really. Right? Now what I'm gonna do here, because we don't really have an antenna that's gonna reach up far, and I need to be able to find this place again, so I'm gonna make a new thingy here. That's gonna be Space Base 2. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna call this, but this is just our current base. We need to know that. Right. We'll check if the tanks are full, but I'm pretty sure they are. Oops. We have to, hold on. Hydro tanks. Oh yeah, we have to group. Okay, good. Stockpile on, I think, is what we need. No? Doesn't that do what I think it should do? Stockpile on and off. And what's the other thing that I need to put on? Refill bottles. Maybe it's this one, actually. Yeah, okay, I was on the wrong one. Got it. Good. So we can separate. I think we're ready for our little adventure. Oh, before we go, I have to do something very important before we go. Because we cannot just... We just can't, right? I mean, obviously. You know what I mean, right? We cannot leave for a mission in a ship that is not painted. That's not gonna fly. Okay, so as a base coat, I think I will use white, like this kind of white, and we'll have to hit all these limbs here in succession because they're not basically part of that grid, so we cannot just paint that grid like that. And then obviously we're gonna go for the good old red. There we go, and let's see, can we make a... Something like that. So we have the Swiss red, or not the Red Cross. The Red Cross is something different, but yeah, like that. So we have the Swiss flag on there. There you go. That's neat. Well, it's not perfect because right now it looks like the flag is rectangular, and the Swiss flag is technically, if you want to do it correctly, it is don't even know how to say that. A square. That's how you say it. A square. So it has equal sides. It's as long as it is wide. I see. I see the problem. If I do that, then it will look a little bit awkward on the inside. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. I mean, the inside doesn't have to look perfect. Like so. And then maybe we'll have some red lines going like on these slopes here. That might look cool as well. And on the front, let me think. I think if we just do these two, then yeah, okay, I think that's fine. so. Anywhere else I want? Maybe back here? These slopes here. Get them in red as well. Alright, I like it. That's better. That's better. I'm gonna turn this red as well, so it doesn't have this staircasey look to it. Yeah, I like it. Now we just need to give it a name. I think my last ship I called Toblerone, didn't I? So, cannot do that again. So this is obviously Swiss Space Force. That's our calls identifier or whatever. And this is what are we gonna call this one? I'm just thinking about things that are typically Swiss, but none of these things like make sense for a ship. Let's just be boring and call it like the Pioneer, because it's gonna be pioneering by landing on a new planet and building up necessary facilities. That's what we're gonna do. So let's check with the antenna. We can show ship name. There we go. Oh, now it shows it actually in double because... I see. Okay. I think what we can do is... Let's see, if we remove it from the ship name... Is it because I'm in a faction? Oh, Swiss Space Federation is what we called ourselves. That's right. Alright, okay, so it's fine like this. Good! Let's blast off, everybody. Let's try to get a good vector on this. Like so, and then... We're not using any hydrogen now, aren't we? If we are, then I might have to disable the thrusters. I just realized we have a little bit of a problem that we'll have to fix once we get there. Technically speaking, we do not have any way of getting power. Because we have a battery on this, but yeah, technically no way of getting power back. But right now it's fine. I mean, we're just gonna land and we're just gonna tank it up again with energy. That's fine. I mean, it's actually usable like this because we do not really use power for much anyway, so that's fine. I wonder how far away this planet is. It's so hard to tell. Also, it feels like I should be flying super fast, but it looks so slow, doesn't it? Because it's like relative. But yeah, I technically can walk around the ship a little bit now that we're flying. As long as we don't get any, like, asteroids in the way, we should be fine. I like our little ship. I really dig it. It's a cool ship. And I think it has everything we need. Our speed is slowly depleting. I think because of... basically the what are they called, the pistons and everything. They might just cause some minor glitches where the speed is just getting impacted by that. But yeah, we're fine. I mean, look at our hydrogen. Is it still depleting? Because if it does, then oh, we do have to wait. Does the thruster group actually does not include all thrusters? So let's fix that. Then we can go to thrusters. There we go. Now we should technically not lose any more hydrogen. And oxygen, we're fine as well. Planet is just not getting too close, isn't it? We're now 18 kilometers away, 20 kilometers soon. This might be quite a journey, actually. It might be a bit further than I thought it would be. That's fine, it's fine. Wait, actually, do we don't need this one. And oh, actually, this is our thruster switch, right? We need that. So that's the thruster switch, and the other one is the this one, right? Okay. Well, this is the journey. We are on our way, and hopefully, we'll arrive soon at this mysterious planet. I still cannot quite tell if it's supposed to be a Petrum or a Mars. Like, it has a moon. And again, I'm not quite sure if Petrum does have a moon. And there is actually... Oh, there's our original base. Like, 2,000 kilometers this way. That's actually kind of neat. But that's cool. That gives us a little bit of a perspective how far we've come. You know? It really doesn't look like it's getting bigger, but it is. It is just difficult to see at the moment, I think. But still, it might take a while. But we do have enough resources for this anyhow. I don't think we're going to be flying for 3 hours. I really don't think so. We should have more than enough energy for it. How is our oxygen, by the way? Just thinking. I mean, our oxygen tank are filled almost to the brim. Yeah, I think we're fine. We're gonna be fine, lads. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna land on this planet. And, you know, I just have to make up my own objectives, basically, at this point. Because there is technically no need to land on this planet. But I see it as a kind of a challenge. Land on the planet, establish a good base, refuel my ship, get back into orbit, and, you know, stuff like that. Could build a space elevator. No, that's silly. Let's not do that. It'll be freaking busy for like years if I do that. Kind of like with the big ship, actually. But yeah. What's the distance to our base now? 33 kilometers. I wish there was like something that you could build onto your ship, kind of like a distance measuring tool. You know? That would basically work like a gun almost, like it would point just forward, and if you select it and click, it would just try to guess the next thing that is in a certain distance, and it will tell you how far it is away. So I could aim at the planet and then just click, and then I would know it's, I don't know, 100 kilometers away or something. I'm gonna boost myself to 100 again, 100 meters per second. I mean, this thing must be so freaking far away, right? Because we're right now we're doing like what, a kilometer per 10 seconds, I think. Every 10 seconds we do at 1 kilometer. So yeah, this is it's taking a while. But yeah, I mean, I will just continue this flight, and then hopefully next time we'll be able to land. Right now, if I look down at the planet, there's some ice deposits, like on the, from my perspective, northwestern side. So maybe if we get into planetary gravity soon, or at least close enough so I can actually feel like we are getting somewhere, we might just try to drift over there to that space, because having a source of you know, of hydrogen and oxygen, that might be a very good idea. We then also could, of course, put a hydrogen engine down on the ground as well, as like as an alternative energy source. But yeah, I mean, that's probably a good idea to go to these places. You can also see some, like, over there where my crosshair is right now, like right there. It's very hard to see, I suppose, but there's like a slightly more brighter, like, dot, like a little piece of where it's brighter. That could be an ore deposit, or it just could be a random, like, you know, different terrain. But I think these are ore deposits technically. You can see them from in the air quite nicely on planets. If you kind of fly around, you can see like little... I think on Earth-like planets, more darker dots on the ground. That's where the ore deposits are. So, yeah. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna go to that icy bit over there. That feels like a good idea. Alright. I mean... This is gonna take a while, so, guys, I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.